Yo, what's going on? We got Todd in the shadows once again. Pop song review. Janice, shut the fuck up by Drake. Let's just get into it. Let's go. Enough with the funny talk. Pull up, beep, beep, baby. All right, I'm not gonna lie. Not a fan, not really crazy for this song. I thought Iceman was okay. I thought Iceman was good. It was good. It was good. It was better than was it better for all? It probably was better than For All the Dogs. Maybe like same quality, honestly. But Janice was not my favorite. I don't know why people had this one as the hit. I just Rant to Atlanta was it felt like the obvious hit, and it was the one that was first doing like the crazy numbers because obviously like Future was on it. But I like Rant to Atlanta probably the most. Rant to Atlanta, National Treasures, and what else am I gonna take? Too Hard for the Radio. All those songs deserve to be doing way better than this song. This song, I don't know why. I guess for
I was about 3/4 of the way through Drake's latest big album, Iceman, when I made a shocking discovery, which is that I was still paying attention.
Listen up, it's about to be smoke.
Ever since it dropped, Drake fans have been erupting in joy. Drake is back on top, and he never wasn't on top, and he didn't lose any rap beef, actually. What are you even talking about? He's 9 feet tall. He can lift buildings with his mind. Drake is back, baby. And man, it's not fair, right? We continue to live in a world with zero consequences. So the entire world delighting in calling him a child molester on the biggest stage in the country has not derailed Drake commercially in any way. Which, just saying, I called it. I knew no one actually cared, or at least not.
What? Yeah, no shit. What do you mean you called it? I called that. Yeah, I feel like most people call that. Like find a clip of me saying that Drake career is done. No. Even I said all this, and he's still probably gonna be doing pretty good. Like he's not done. Like I'm still gonna listen.
To actually matter. Michael
I
Jackson
feel like a lot of people said that. A lot, it just wasn't because there was no, you have the fucking Hidden Daughter, which let's be honest, that's probably not true. Hidden Daughter, pedophile stuff. I mean, you can kind of see there's some stuff there. There's some stuff there, but it's not like the most concrete shit ever. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't concrete enough to fuck with his career. Let's be honest. I mean, for a little bit it was. Songs he was putting out, nobody really cared, and some Sexy Songs for You, even though it wasn't like a mainline album, it still did not as good as it should have. Like Nokia never number one. But I mean, yeah, no, he's
and he has 11
officially
accusers.
back.
Drake has 0. Of course, he's not going away. A minor wasn't anything more than a funny line in a diss track, which is why Drake can release this new song.
Why did why did he loop this for three or four times in the
Drake,
song?
All right. It's my first time. Christ. If what happened to Drake happened to me, I'd be a lot more careful with the songs I wrote. Every time I use the word girl, I'd add a disclaimer. But he just went ahead and released this anyway and didn't even suffer a tiny dip in his popularity because that's the world we live in. But I will give this to him. I made it all the way through the album without tuning out. I wasn't turned off. I was interested in what he would say next. I was even enjoying it. Full disclosure, I think I enjoyed this record, which is hard to admit because I've been complaining about Drake for so long, both as an artist and a person. I more or less gave my take on the album when I put the lead single on last year's worst list, and now that the entire album's out, I rescind none of my objections.
I still think But I Miss is fine. It's okay.
My opinion of him has not improved. If anything, it's gotten worse. Let us be clear that the Drake on this album is more pathetic than ever. There's a moment on here where he starts taking shots at A$AP Rocky, clearly motivated by jealousy that Rocky won Rihanna's heart and he didn't. He calls back to the one rap beef he actually won like a true has-been, and then he mocks Rocky because Rihanna didn't promote his latest single on Instagram.
Yo, baby mama ain't even post a single. Damn, where she at? Yeah, where she at?
Jesus Christ, I thought I
so
spent too much
stupid.
time looking at social media. Who could possibly give a fuck?
I sleep in a racing car. Do you?
I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Say conclusions were drawn, but I'm in super denial. What is a loss? I'll be damned if I'm losing it now.
Ghostwriters or not, you can't say that Drake's music is impersonal. You listen to his music, and you will very much get to know Drake as a person, unfortunately. So when I say Iceman is his most cohesive album in a decade, that's only half a compliment. The question is whether the Drake grievance hour is a theme worth cohering around.
My sixth sense is kicking in, cause all I hear is people that are dead to me.
I've heard defenders compare it to Tupac's Machiavelli, just a very angry, paranoid man spraying bullets in all directions at a billion different enemies. Or, well, enemies,
Yeah,
I don't
pretty
know
much.
if that's the right word. Because they're not really ops, they're not rivals, it's just people he's angry at for no reason. Everyone who ever criticized him, everyone who sided against him in the beef, everyone who didn't side against him exactly but didn't back him up enough, like he's mad at J. Cole for not standing up enough for him.
I love you cause of the history, but if we being real, I can never forget you. Fuck a big three anyway.
Drake, Cole fired at Kendrick first. He made his diss at Kendrick before you, and it was so embarrassing that he has a lifetime ban from rap battling ever again. What more did you want from him? What was he gonna do for you? But I'm trying not to lie just because he's an easy target. I'm trying to be honest. And the fact is, I was entertained by Iceman.
Iceman was a
So
nice
I'm
man,
stuck
no
with
hot
that,
gold.
trying to define what exactly I could have enjoyed about it. You know, there was a time I did like Drake and I found him relatable and someone to root for. When he started out, he rapped all the time about how he knew success was unfulfilling and shallow and fleeting and that no one stays on top forever. And that made him seem like a smart, self-aware guy who was gonna grow and mature as he looked for something deeper. Boy, did that not happen. No, what actually happened is that his awareness of his own mortality meant he kept chasing fame harder and harder, like he was trying to outrun death forever. And, I guess he succeeded, because, he's still here, he's still popular, he'll be a big name forever. But at what cost? There's just been one faceplant after another for the last few years.
Someone go ahead, I'm gonna grab me right now. Where is your uncle at?
But he couldn't get it to number one because Kendrick kept it off the top spot. He accused
That's what I was
Kendrick
saying.
of cheating in the beef by boosting his streams with fake accounts, and he even took it to court, forcing a judge to issue a legal ruling of cope harder, bitch. Early pre-release singles for the album were followed with long periods of nothing that fizzled out his momentum. But, actually the long delay worked for him. Clearly, he was just getting everything in order because once it dropped last month, you could see why it took so long. Not only did he drop Iceman, he dropped it with 2 other albums and like 20 music videos all at once.
Fuck it, I'll battle the label. Fuck it, I'll battle the majors. I'll battle the stations till my ass is back in rotation.
Drake is putting out real effort for the first time in years, and I'm not gonna lie that I don't hear it or that I don't appreciate it. It seems to me that losing the beef is one of the best things that's ever happened to him. I don't mean that he was the secret winner of the beef, let's be clear about that, but he did benefit from it. And I don't just mean that it lit a fire under him, like, yes, Drake does seem more motivated and more focused, but I feel like the beef also finally fully defined him once and for all as a rapper. All this time he's been ragged on as a pop star, a phony, not real hip-hop, but if you're in the biggest rap beef in a generation, you're officially a legitimate rapper, even if you lose. Because there are 2 other albums that came with Iceman. One is Lover Man Drake, one is Dance Drake, both modes that he's done very successfully in the past, and no one seems to really care about them. People don't want pop Drake, people don't want R&B Drake, they want hip-hop Drake. And I don't think it's just because that was the one he was hyping up, or even necessarily that it's the best of the 3. It's that angry, bitter Drake
It is the best of
guy
the 3,
people
let's
wanna
be
see
honest.
right now.
I've seen some people say Maid of Honor is the best of it. I don't understand that take at all.
More than anything else, what the beef did for Drake.
Some
is
of
that
those songs I
it
Maid of
gave
Honor
him
are fucking horrible.
a point.
Did it go right foot up, left foot slide?
Because before the beef, Drake's 2020s were a period of extreme pointlessness. He was putting up massive numbers,
pretty
but
much.
he was making the worst songs of his career. Here is a list
Tootsie
of
Slide is a
Drake's
banger,
number
though.
1 hits. More than half of them are from the last 5 years, and most of them wouldn't even make.
Yeah, I mean, it's forgettable. Slime Me Out might be like in a decade from now. Slime Me Out is probably gonna be one of the most known, like, forgotten number ones, because that song is so like nothing. And maybe even first person shooter.
On Drake's Greatest Hits Volume 3. Nothing new had happened in Drake World for years. So listening to his music was kind of like watching Scarface, except he doesn't get to the downfall. Or the rise to power, really. It's just one shitty guy sitting there being miserable.
What's boring?
You're boring.
But by losing the beef, Drake finally had a defining event in his life and a true foil with Kendrick Lamar. And it clarified to me, and apparently to Drake himself, who Drake is. He's the bad guy.
Well, maybe I'm best as the villain.
He's the villain, he's the asshole, he's the shithead no one likes. If anything, he should be grateful.
Now that we know who you are, I know who I am.
So, if you think of Drake as someone you liked once and admired and related to, then this record is mortifying.
I never forget that July, the worst that I felt in a while.
But if you think of him as the bully who got what he had coming, this record becomes extremely narratively satisfying.
I still haven't lost any sleep, and I definitely didn't cry.
And the villains get the best monologues anyway, right? It's fun to see the defeated bad guy raging in his lair, plotting his revenge. He literally has a song on here called Make Them Pay. Yeah, I think he's also got 2 bonus tracks called This Cannot Be, I Am Invincible, and I'll Get You Next Time, Gadget.
I'll get you.
But that's the album. Are there any hits from it? Like, that's what you listen to Drake for, right? The big radio singles. I don't know. I don't think there really is one.
Too hard for the radio, I would say.
The highest. It was number 1 for 2 weeks and still charting high at the moment, so it's not just the one and done.
Too Hard for the Radio is probably a song that sounds most like a fucking summer banger hit. Honestly.
That any pop star of his size gets. It's a real hit. Or is it, I wouldn't be surprised if he's boosting the streams himself, because Drake is absolutely a guy who accuses people of the things he's actually doing. But let's assume it's real. There's a number 1 hit on here, and boy, I'm honestly kind of surprised that this is the hit, because I would actually call it one of the weakest tracks on the album. Like, I would assume the hit would have been Shebang, the one I thought was really catchy.
Shebang's alright.
Too Hard for the Radio.
That's
upbeat,
also what I said.
One, or Ran to Atlanta, the one with
also
the big
what I
Future
said.
Feature. Nope. Here is the actual hit, and it is called Janice STFU.
Hey Janice, shut the fuck up.
What? Who's Janice? What are we talking about? Okay, so what is this song? Well, why don't we start right with that title? Janice, shut the fuck up. I don't know what that's supposed to be. People think it might be a Sopranos reference because Drake posted a cryptic picture of Tony Soprano on Insta once. Yeah, sure, Drake, you're Tony Soprano. But, Janice, shut the fuck up. I don't remember Tony ever telling his sister Janice to shut up. Or not specifically in those words, at least. I think he's trying to make it like a new Bye Felicia type catchphrase, but it's not like a famous quote or anything. If it's even from the show, I couldn't find it. I mean, I did find one scene where someone did tell Janice to shut up.
My fucking dinner on the table, and keep your mouth shut.
And here's the rest of that clip. So I don't know if Janice is the reference you want there. Or Genius.com thinks Janice is supposed to be Joe Budden.
What's your white woman name? They gave me mine. It's Janice.
It could be, maybe. I sure hope not. Who cares? Budden is like the 19th most interesting beef Drake has. And Budden's
the
not even a rapper
19th
anymore. He's a
most-
podcaster.
That's funny.
Whining about the media is like lame, basic bitch boy shit. Get over it. If you want to fire at your critics, rap about the Fantano beef. That'd be more interesting. So I'm
Honestly,
already not
yeah.
impressed. And then we get to the beat and chorus. And it's not even part of the diss at all. It's him coming on to some woman. He's probably had this in the vault for like 10 years. Even for Drake, he sounds half asleep. And as for singing to the ladies, didn't he used to be a lot better at this? The other day, I pulled out my classic Nice for What karaoke performance for the first time in a while. I mean, I figured it was safe. 2 different people had done R. Kelly songs that night. and I was just kind of blown away re-listening to it. Like, Christ, this guy used to be incredibly charming.
You ain't stressing off no lover in the past tense. You already had there.
What happened? Compare that Drake to this one. This sounds like a bad first date. So, you're from Vancouver? You're a BC baby? You know, like, British Columbia, BC, man. I have a cool car. And then it ends with a lame blowjob joke.
Blow on me just like some green tea, baby.
Blow on me like green... Drake, have you ever gotten a blowjob? You know that it doesn't actually involve blowing, right? Like, say what you want about Flo Rida. He understood the mechanics. Unless he means, like, blow on my finger because I burnt it just now and it hurts. And then the chorus has nothing to do with the verses. Like, this is the angry album, so he's once again getting angry at his fake friends because obviously everyone abandoned him after the beef. There are parts of this album where he's rapping his guts out. This song is not one of them.
You gon' get yours while I'm doing me. You gon' get yours while I'm doing me.
There's no wordplay, there's no interesting lines. He's just saying, how could everyone turn their back on me? I made them. I boosted their careers.
You boys got big on my name. That's big enough.
This is, to put it mildly, an ongoing theme in the record. He seems to have mistaken industry friends for actual friends, and it kind of accidentally highlights another L in his life. Like, yeah, they dumped you, because what have you done for them lately? We are well past the days where a Drake feature helps anybody. He did jack shit for Jack Harlow. Camila Cabello got complete nada out of it. And you never thought these people...
I'm not gonna lie. Camila Cabello got fucked. Like, getting the Drake feature at that time, I think it was literally like right around like the time of the beef. Like, it was very close to when the beef was happening. She got cooked, man. Like, any other time with getting like the Drake feature on there, it probably would have been like a little like way bigger. But like right after the beef, like that was like probably like the worst time to
complete nada out
put out your album.
And you never thought these people
with
were
the Drake feature
anyway. You've been rapping about how you think everyone's fake since forever. You know how the industry works. You knew what this was. But that's the first verse. I think everyone's really talking about the second verse, where he starts taking shots at, I kid you not, folks, you're not gonna believe this, Kendrick Lamar.
No!
I hate you like I'm young.
I don't know.
No way!
It was shocking to me. I genuinely thought he was smarter than that. How are you still trying to fight this fight? What are you?
Obviously, he's gonna diss Kendrick.
Python?
I'll bite your legs off!
What the fuck are you doing, man? Like, all right, fine. Here we go again. Give it your best shot.
You only come home to pose and pop up a look, but you forgot how I feel.
Oh, this again. Look, no one believes that, Drake. During the actual rap beef, Drake accused Kendrick of not giving to charity. And Kendrick demonstrably did, so now he's like, well, you only did it that one time. You don't have to look that up to prove it's not true. It doesn't even pass the sniff test. I can't believe this is still his tactic. It's like making short jokes at LeBron James. And yes, he does also have a lot of disses at LeBron James on this record.
Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Damn.
And this is another diss he's recycling. He was making fun of Kendrick originally for his disputes with his record label.
Pull your contract, cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip.
And now he's doing it again. Like, this shit is so inside baseball. Who fucking cares about contract terms? Unless you're label head, Suge Knight, this is not rap battle material. No one cares who had the better royalties rate.
White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled.
This is the closest thing to new material he has here. Even though I guess that's kind of also a rehash of that one line he had.
Rapping like you about to get the slaves free.
I know some people were really offended by that line, so I guess he's reworded it better here. You know, he's just trying to call him pretentious, which is the route I thought he should have taken from the beginning.
White kids listen to you, cause they feel some guilt.
And the idea is that he's pandering to white liberal guild. You know, it turns Kendrick's wokeness and acclaim against him. I don't agree with that, but it's the best line Drake has, I guess. If I was being generous, I'd give that line a pass. But it has the same problem all the other lines have. The beef is over. Who are you, George Costanza?
That's what I should have said!
I mean, I stole that joke. I saw a bunch of people making it online. I figured I might as well too, because that's really all that needs to be said. Every single line on here, that's the only response you need.
Yeah, but also, like, the thing is like, I feel like a lot of the general audience was listening to Iceman for, a lot of Kendrick disses. Like, there's still people out there. Man, you go on Twitter, there's still people out there, actually, Drake did 200 million streams this month. What did Kendrick do? Oh, Kendrick bought. Oh, this Kendrick. There's still people talking about this beef and still fucking saying shit till this day. And it doesn't surprise me that there's also still people wanting Kendrick disses on this album. Like, people are 2026 and we're still dragging that shit. Like, it just makes sense.
That's what I should have said!
Difference between niggas getting you out of your deal and letting you out of your deal. Damn.
I should have said that.
White kids listen to you because they feel some guilt, and that's how your soul gets fulfilled.
That's what I would have said if I had thought of it in the moment. What did I say instead?
You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major.
And to be clear, I don't think any of these lines are actually a major improvement. I don't think they would have changed anything. But it certainly isn't going to change anything 2 years after the fact.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
There's not a rematch. Kendrick's not going to respond. You're punching at nothing, man. The arena is empty. The fans got up and they got out of town. Why are you still doing this? Are you in hell? Seriously, I think we are in Drake's hell. Kendrick murdered him, and we are all secretly living in Drake's afterlife, where his punishment is to suffer the same humiliation over and over again.
Hey, Janice, shut the fuck up.
Got him! A lot of Drake stans said this song goes really hard. I just don't see it.
How many more times is y'all
I don't see it either.
I guess that's a decent line. I choose to believe that's an homage to my favorite rapper denying he's soft lyric.
I read in rap pages, they referred to me as soft. Yeah, more like Microsoft.
Nas didn't write that line. But for both Will and Drake, the problem is that if you have to deny it, you've already lost. Move on. The rest of Iceman is at least new beef. This beef is old. It's expired. It's got E. coli. You gotta throw it out, Drake. So why is this the hit? I really don't think I can say. It could be that Janice STFU crosses demographics, chorus for the ladies versus for the fellas. I don't know if I buy that though, because does Drake have any female fans anymore? I feel like his only diehard.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
Women are gonna really take to a song that ends with Drake telling someone named Janice to shut up. Alternatively,
he definitely
it might be that we all just kind of miss the beef and we'd like to see it revived. Because, once that was over, it was dark, dark days for music.
Oh no, don't take me back. Don't take me back.
Kendrick Super Bowl and the Bad Bunny Super Bowl. But what I suspect it really is that it's Drake's most hardcore stans trying to give the man a victory. They could have picked any other song to bump, but they picked this one. They finally got one of Drake's Kendrick disses to #1, even if it is terrible. And if I have to guess why he still has that devotion from his fans, I think Drake stans see him as the loser who became the prom king. They find that aspirational. They see his successes as their own, even though he became completely unrelatable a long time ago. The same way that basic white girls still relate to Taylor Swift, even though she's now both bigger than God and completely insane. And honestly, this whole record is kind of Swiftian. It's full of sneak disses that aren't very sneaky, sub-tweets that aren't particularly sub. In fact, now that I think about it, yeah, I'd go so far as to say that this isn't Drake's Machiavelli, it's his reputation.
Look what you made me do.
A mentally fragile person
I can see that,
a
definitely.
humongous public L and trying to reinvent themselves as a hardened warrior. And a lot of people defend Reputation for the psychic disaster that it is. I get it. Personally, I like Iceman better because Taylor's heart was never really in being the villain, and Drake is such a shitty person that he wears it more convincingly. But I do see the opposite argument too. Taylor's only half commitment to the bit lets her do a bunch of different things with it, and her meltdown has facets to it, whereas there's just no depth to Drake. I like this record the same way I liked all these prestige anti-hero dramas, but Drake isn't Tony Soprano. He's Walter White. This whole "I'm the Iceman now" thing.
The Iceman was a nice man, now I'm
Hot cold.
Iceman is clearly Drake's Heisenberg. It's a badass, cool guy that he can pretend to be when he's actually just an arrogant, entitled loser who causes his own problems. And, I enjoyed both those shows too, for a lot of the same reasons. Following a guy who sucks can be entertaining for a while, if you do it right. Problem is, though, I just don't know where we go from here. We had the rise, we had the fall. What I'm saying is, we're getting close to the finale, and we need a conclusion.
Okay, go on.
Oh, what does that mean? Did Drake die, or is he still alive? No, let's not argue about this for another 2 decades. Unfortunately, music is not like a TV show. The show's never over, and unless something changes, he's probably going to fall into bad old habits and get stale again. But if you want to hear about something that never gets old, I know what you guys actually are interested in. Pornography. Well, has a whole new series about internet smut and how its wide availability is warping the brains of a whole generation of men, including quite probably you. It's called Goon World. It's fascinating. FD had me read a quote for it, and I did before I realized what the topic was. Unfortunately, it is of course very not safe for work or YouTube, so you can watch this only on Netflix.
For real? Yeah.
And also from Maggie Mae Fish, Lindsay Ellis, and other cool, interesting people that I am in no way jealous of, so check it out. And they also give out lifetime subscriptions that last for literally as long as both you and Nebula exist. Now, usually it's $500, but if you use my code, you'll get it for only $300, which is a full 40% off. Or if you just want to do the yearly subscription, you'll get a full 50% off of that too using my code. That's $30 a year or $2.50 a month. I'd sign up for that. There's no ads, there's no algorithm, just high quality creators, so you don't have to wade through mindless garbage like you do on that platform. So please check out Goon World and other high quality videos. Use my link to get 50% off. And again, that's just $30 a year or $2.50 a month. Click the link, scan the QR code, and start watching now. Thank you and good night.
Sometimes I only see myself in my therapist's glasses, but I'm not taking it serious because she's very attractive.
Oh shit. I guess he is Tony Soprano. That must have been what he meant.
Oh. I love that line. Yeah, man, guys, Drake's back. Let's go. Dude, I listened to I was one of the people who listened to all 3 albums in one night. Oh my god, it was bad. It literally felt like trying to run through mud. That shit was just horrible. Oh my god, like the Iceman. Like, okay, Iceman was easy to get through. When me and my friend got to Maid of Honor, it was like, okay, dude, like, you got fucking Sexy Red and Chot Slide and shit. You got fucking Drake and the Princess song. That Princess song is terrible. The Rusty intro, DJ 45444. Like it got bad. I can't lie, it got bad. But yeah, I was very surprised that Janice was the hit. I don't know. I have a feeling like Too Hard for the Radio or Shebang will probably stick around longer on the charts, or if they still are on the. I think they still are on the charts, right? Janice, I don't know, Janice is it's just okay. It's fine. It's not like horrible. It's just very fine. It was like a song I didn't really think was gonna be like the one to hit number one, but I guess it was. Yeah, man, who knows? And supposedly he's putting out another project this year. It's fine. Scary Hours. Is it gonna be Scary Hours? I don't know, but people have been saying he's gonna put out another project, and people have also been saying that Kendrick is putting out a project this year too, which is very interesting because Todd was talking about how Kendrick's not gonna respond. Well, we're gonna have to see because he's putting an album out. If he's putting an album out this year, it's very close to Drake's album release, which I don't know. It would be a very big misstep if Kendrick did come back and was still dissing Drake. I don't know. You're just dragging it. You're dragging it, man. But yeah, what do you guys think, guys? Go subscribe to Todd in the Shadows.